one Twins way in Minneapolis. Welcome inside Target Field. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Minnesota Twins. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that can put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go and towing the slab, Pablo Lopez. What do we have on him?
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter.
For the Yankees, the shortstop, Derek Jeter.
The line to kick the pitch. Way high with that one. And that's how Game 4 gets underway. The wind to the pitch. Way out front for strike two. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
No, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to count. One down, base is empty. That one misses, and that's ball 3. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take your base.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Next to hit, Lou Gehrig. And takes low for ball 1. And Gehrig hit cleanup for that famed Murderer's Row lineup as the Yankees were rolling off one World Series title after another. The pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. LeMahieu on his way to third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Mickey Mantle now at the plate. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Ball 1 low. Ground ball could be 2. Takes it himself for 1, and that's 2. So 1 hit is all they get, and now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Back at Target Field, And Aaron Boone going with the right-hander, Luis Severino.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And he deals. Torrey Hunter leading things off and takes a strike. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike.
Luis Severino, when healthy, he is one of the top pitchers in the American League. When he's going good, he's getting ahead in the count. I love that his mechanics are very simple, very repeatable delivery.
Swing and a miss. In the count 1-2. And another ball. Line drive. Mantle makes the grab, 1 away. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Harmon Killebrew batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Severino, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, and he works in a 2-seamer. Severino ripped on the ground to second, whips it to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Joe Mauer. And that's in there for strike 1. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
That just misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
It's a good take.
Severino kicks, deals. And that's outside. And now it's 3-2. Justin Morneau waits on deck. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Justin Morneau stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. The 1-0. And a good eye there.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
There's a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Severino throws to first, and he just got his hand in there. Mauer off of first with 2 away. Two now. Swings and misses, struck him out.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Back here at the ballpark, and now the DH, Babe Ruth. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Lopez back to work. That's down and in.
1-0.
And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. And there's a ball.
Outside. That's the ball.
Three-1 now. Gets the outside corner with that one. Payoff pitch. Good job to fight that one off. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Aaron Judge at the plate. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Aaron Judge in 2016 got 95 plate appearances and hit just 179. He kept that number 179 in the notes section on his iPhone the entire offseason. And then in 2017, he had 52 homers and won the Rookie of the Year. There comes an 0-2 to Judge.
That's a ball.
No score here in the second. On the ground to third, might be 2. Now he launches a throw over his head.
That is 7. The left fielder, Curtis Granderson.
Here's the veteran outfielder, Curtis Granderson.
Yeah, that rookie season for Aaron Judge makes the All-Star team, wins the home run derby down there in Miami, and just really stepping into the bright lights of being a superstar player in this league.
Runners on the corners, no outs. Next pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0. 2-0.
Nope, ball. 3-0.
Inside corner for a strike. At the belt and fires. Smoked into left, base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Jorge Posada digs in now. Ball one, no strikes. First and second here, no outs. Hammered on the line, base hit. Heading for the plate. The throw in. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 2-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So runners at the corners. Nobody out. And now the rookie second baseman, Oswald Peraza. Edge of the zone, called a strike. 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Oh, 2 now. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Killebrew drifts towards it, and it's caught for the out.
The bat, number 2, shortstop.
Now it's the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Led off the game with a strikeout. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
That's in for a strike.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
And a 1-2. Good eye right there. First and third, one down. And the pitch. And delivers outside.
Count full.
The punch out there. Down on strikes. And he knew it.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. And I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
LeMahieu in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. Next offering is in for a strike.
You know, DJ LeMahieu is one of those guys that if you're on the other side and your pitcher's got a no-hitter, he's the last guy you want to see at the plate. Just because his bat control is so good, he uses the entire field.
That one ripped left field. That's back. It's gone over the left field wall. A 3-run rocket, and they add to their lead. It's 5-0.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry. Two
outs, nobody on. Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. Fastball almost got him there.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The 1-0.
Peak. Ha.
In the air out towards right center. Hunter has it sized up. And that is that. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run homer. And the lead is now 5-0. This is the American League Division Series on the show. Bottom of the second. Now the third baseman, Jose Miranda.
The third baseman, Jose Miranda.
The pitch. Foul ball. Severino, when you talk about his skill set, he stops teams from getting hits. That's the thing that he's so good at. He's just really difficult to get base hits against. Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
Ground ball right side, Peraza. The throw to first, and quickly one away in the second.
He can throw that fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
Byron Buxton in the box here lets that one go for a ball. So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and, take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker, and don't get greedy.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy. This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
The 0-2. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first. That takes care of Correa. And that is the inning. Twins retired in short order. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. And welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Mickey Mantle. Mantle goes 5 feet 11 inches, batting in the cleanup spot, and he's won a Silver Slug. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a leadoff double as they look to keep pulling away.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Rocco Baldelli out of the dugout now, and he's going to make a change. Pablo Lopez won't go any further, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Bailey Ober.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Babe Ruth will hit next. The walk and a run scored his first time. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
No outs. Runner on second. That clips the zone, and it's 1-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
The 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2. Popped up. Correa is there. He makes the grab. One down.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Chris, how about Aaron Judge's 2022? A silver slugger, an AL record 62 home runs. He scored 133 runs, knocked in 131, and had nearly 400 total bases. Next one off the plate inside. And that's ball 2. There's a strike at the knees.
Yeah, just incredible when you consider he's in the bright lights of New York City. And then when you're chasing Roger Maris's record, everyone panicked.
Now this ball is down and could score a run. Mantle around third. Not in time. He's safe. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
So digging in, Curtis Granderson singled and scored his first time. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Judge, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
2-0 to Cal. Here it comes.
Oh, that's it.
Called strike right there.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 1 out. Now here is Jorge Posada. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Can't field it cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there.
Now batting, the second baseman, Peraza.
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. First time up was a pop out. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike 1. And the right-hander deals. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
Second and third, 2 down.
That's a foul.
Going 2 now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Good job at damage control right there. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 6 and the Twins nothing. Back in Minnesota. Now at the plate, Max Kepler.
The right fielder, Max.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
The next offering misses, and now 2-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
2 balls, 1
Swing
strike.
and a miss, strike 1. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. Max Kepler knocks one out. His second home run of the series, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 6-1.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and fires. Now one catches the corner for a strike.
1-1.
And that's downstairs and outside. And now 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it over to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Now batting, center fielder, Torrey Hunter.
Back to the top of the lineup, Torrey Hunter, the next Twin up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses, and 2 away now.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Killebrew batting for the second time, and that's strike one. And the 0-2. Ripped to third. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Welcome back. And stepping in is the speedy Derek Jeter. Chris, 2020 a special year for Derek Jeter as he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, pretty special, and everyone saw that coming. All the writers voted for him except for one.
0-1 down. Ball one there.
1-1.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
2-2.
2-2 down. Back to the mound. On to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. In there at the knees, that's strike one.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
And 1 and 2. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Misses, and the count is even 2 and 2. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. Pitch misses, and the count is filled up. And a swing and a miss, down on strikes. 2 gone now.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Garrick in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The 0-1. Fly ball down the line. Buxton sizing it up. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. They still lead it though, 6-1. Back at Target Field, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Joe Mauer. And the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
The 1-2.
2-2.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's carrying. Gone! He sends one out the opposite way, and they cut into the lead. It's 6-2.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
And the batter now, Justin Morneau. That one's in there, and that's strike one.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And the 0-1. And downstairs. Righty to the plate. Garrett. And he handles it himself for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Jose Miranda, the next Twin up to hit. Grounded out his first time. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Not sure what's going on right there. No chance. Probably have some funny texts from his buddies after the game.
Check swing, didn't go. And 1-1.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Misses outside, and a count 2-1. Next offering is outside. Next offering is fouled back. So all filled up, Severino. Bounced up the middle. To first, 2 out.
The left fielder, number 25, Byron.
Here's Byron Buxton. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. In there, and it's 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
This one popped up. Peraza settles under it. Makes the grab. And that will end the inning. But the Twins do get one back on this solo homer. It's now 6-2. Back here at the ballpark, new inning getting started. Leading off, Mickey Mantle. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Ober back to work. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
1-1 now. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. That one missed.
Ball. 3-1.
And the right-hander's 3-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished. They just keep handing out gifts, Boo. Are we supposed to bring something?
Singy, I think just our presence is the present. Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees.
Oh. 1-0.
One check swing, appeal down to third, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
That misses,
2-2.
and it's 2-2. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to Polanco, they get 1. Over to Killebrew, that's 2.
Well, almost any time you roll over and send a 2-ball to short at this level, you can pretty much count on a double play. Middle infielders are just so reliable, and they work on these plays all the time, so it almost becomes like second nature. Well, you really couldn't ask for a better guy to be the face of the game of baseball. I mean, this is a guy that is so team-first oriented, doesn't like to talk about himself, will always defer and talk about his teammates. Just impressive.
Next offering way off the plate. Just missed. And there's a fly ball deep right field back there. And that one is going to go. A solo shot, and they boost their lead. It's 7-2.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 2 down. Curtis Granderson stepping in now for the Yankees. There's a strike.
0-1.
Two outs. In the air to left down the line. Buxton moves under it. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now a 7-2 ball game. We head to the bottom of the fifth. The batter will be the shortstop, Carlos Correa. And here it comes. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And the righty deals.
Oh.
And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hard hit, left field, base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the fifth.
drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
So man aboard, and next for Minnesota, Max Kepler. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat, and fouled off. Next one misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Correa stands at second with no outs. Strike 2. Next offering misses down and away. Two. Bounce to third. LeMahieu gets it to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Next for Minnesota, the second baseman, Jorge.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Grounded out his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0.
And that misses off the outside edge.
2-0.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss.
2 balls,
and it's
1 strike.
2-1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Up and in, and now 3 balls and a strike. And that's a strike.
Full count.
Three, 2. That one the other way, and there's a hit into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And now it's going to be Torrey Hunter. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. The pitch. That clips the corner. Bullpen activity starting up now. Whitey Ford getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Herman, the right-hander, loosening up as well. The pitch. That's in there. And that is strike 2.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball, double play.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Killebrew in the box again, takes a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And that one hammered. Mantle going back some more, still going back. It bangs off the wall.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Joe Mauer, the next twin up to hit.
Flashed his power last time, blasted one over the wall to the opposite field.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Two outs and one in scoring position. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one is inside.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
The other way. Sends it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. It's now 7-4. And welcome back. Now it's going to be Jorge Posada.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Ober back to work. And there's a ball. Posada, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. And the 1-0. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Griffin Jacks up and throwing. Moran, a left-hander, also throwing. And down on strikes he goes. Now one away.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Peraza in the box now. No balls and a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Strike two.
0-2.
Here's the 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a pitch. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Derek Jeter getting ready to hit. Jeter goes 6 feet 3 inches, 195 pounds, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Chris, you can't forget that 3,000th hit for Derek Jeter at Yankee Stadium off of David Price and a home run. Popped up. Polanco gets under it and makes the grab. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-5-6 coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Twins 4. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Whitey Ford. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Your attention, please.
So now the DH spot, Justin Morneau.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
And that one off the outside edge. Ford, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 97 appears to be getting loose. Schmidt warming up as well. The pitch. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And a swing and a miss there. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Swing and a ball popped up. Posada puts it away, and there's one down.
Now batter, the third baseman.
And now for the Twins, Jose Miranda.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Stays alive. A wind in the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
The left fielder, number 20.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Byron Buxton. Ford, over 200 career wins. He joined the team as a free agent. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Swings through that.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Going to count 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
1-2 now. Out there to center. Mantle under it. And that'll do it. Nothing doing here for the Twins, and they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score. Griffin Jacks takes over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
DJ LeMahieu will get things going.
The third baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
And he deals. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
0-2 now. Got him looking. And one out now.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Stepping in, Lou Gehrig. First pitch, and it just misses. And that drops in for a strike. And it is 2-1.
2-1.
There's a strike.
2-2.
Got it. Back-to-back strikeouts. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Mickey Mantle. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
And that's in there for strike one. And that's through there for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
The next pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Next offering upstairs.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Babe Ruth to bat next. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So the Yanks go in order. They hold a 7-4 lead. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th. And now the shortstop, Carlos Correa. The Twins in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Here comes a pitch. And takes low for ball 1.
1-0.
In the air to left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, right fielder, Max.
Now batting Max Kepler. first pitch, and that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Here's the 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Here's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. There's a strike. They say it went.
0-2.
That pitch just misses the inside corner. 1-2 to count. And now 2-2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Right side. Throws to first. And Polanco is out. And the Twins go 1-2-3. On the mound now for the Twins, Giovanni Moran.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Babe Ruth now at the plate.
The designated hitter, Babe Ruth.
And a pitch. They tried to get him to chase on a slider, down and away. Good eye right there. And another ball. Swings and misses. Now 3-2. The line to kick the pitch. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three-two. Gets a piece and stays alive. And a payoff pitch. Struck him out looking.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Here comes Aaron Judge. And Judge spoils that one. And now the lefty. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
1 gone, runner at first. And up next for New York, Curtis Granderson. Now snap throw to first. Judge back in standing. And a foul ball. Granderson checks his swing, appeal to third, and he won around. Ruled a swing. Oh, 2 now. This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Judge leads off first with 1 away. That one lifted to left. Buxton makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
up next for the Yankees, the catcher, Jorge Posada.
Man at first, Jorge Posada stepping in now for the Yankees. And there's the strike. And the pitch. Late swing, fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. At the belt and fires. And down on strikes. Third out. On the mound now, Goose Gossage. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. So the lineup flips over. Here's the center fielder, Torrey Hunter.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Gossage deals. That's through there for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Off the mark there. And the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that just misses. And he grounds one to the right side. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Joe Mauer.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to him. Joe Mauer. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And first offering is fouled off.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
That one missing inside.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jorge Lopez.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. We're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Now it's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
The second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
And here it comes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lopez, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer.
2-0.
2-0. In there at the knees for a strike.
2-1.
In the air, out towards left center. He dives, but can't hang on. That's a base hit. The tag. See? Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Derek Jeter. In there at the knees. Strike 1. Runner at second, nobody out. That one way outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Righty delivers. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And first offering is fouled off. Peraza leads off second with one gone in the inning. They say you win. Next pitch misses way outside. And down on strikes he goes, and there are 2 outs.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Garrett stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Ground ball left side. Rolls across the diamond, and that's the 3rd out. New pitcher on here, Michael King.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Now it's the Twins DH, Justin Morneau. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. The 0-2. That's down and in.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
So, Boog, if you had to take one for the team, where would you want to get hit?
Chris, I think I'd have to say upper hamstring.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Miranda stands in now and watches strike one.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Next one is off the plate, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Now the left fielder, Byron Buxton. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Just missed. Righty to the plate. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Here's a 3-0.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Yankees up by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a drive by Buxton. Deep to left. That one carrying, and it's gone! Byron Buxton blasts one out. His second homer of this series, and they inch closer. It's 7-6.
This crowd back alive.
He's going to have nightmares about that pitch. Perfect execution. It's not supposed to produce that result. He got hurt by a really good one there, but even a better swing at the plate.
He's 2 outs away. So up next for Minnesota, Carlos Correa. That one out to right. And Aaron makes a nice grab out there.
Right fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler at the plate. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Mantle under it. And that is it. They are headed for the ALCS.
Well, a really solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations, boys. Get ready for the ALCS.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees, 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Twins, 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Target Field, 38,649. A reminder that extra light rail trains on the Hiawatha Line and Central Corridor are available at the Target Field station located beyond right field.